Quick intro, I'm just making a video just to go over like the combat system because we're getting a lot of questions about just things related to animations. This is for the classic R6 combat system that's on the site right now. So if you're still having problems with anything, just go to the Discord and like put it into question. That should be an easy way to get an answer faster. If we get a lot of questions, or like let's say we get a lot of the same similar questions, I will make a video on it like I'm doing right now. Other than that, what else I gotta say? Oh yeah. I was getting a lot of requests to make like a combat system where you could use for like all weapons, right? So let's say you got an axe, let's say you got a sword, I don't know, let's say you got your regular fist, right? Based on the animation, the combat system should be able to work for each weapon. I'm actually gonna do it. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but it's gonna be like sometime in the future. But for now, yeah, it's just a tutorial, and let's get into it. You can find your animations inside this folder. There's a folder in here called animations, and you're gonna see all the animations related to the combat system. When you upload your animations, you can either upload it to your group or you can upload it to yourself. Basically, the rule of thumb is if you, whatever group / place file you have, upload those animations to that place file. So if I had a group called, I don't know, Group Studios, and then the combat system is under that group, I upload those animations to Group Studios. So let's get into the animation part. Alright, so you want to go into the animation dummy again. You click here inside the animation folder under workspace. You'll find the dummy in here. All products in the store with animations will have an animation folder, and you can find all the animations inside the folder. Then you want to go ahead and take the raw animation ID, right? This is the raw animation file, and you want to put this file inside the animation folder. Animation saves. So there's a thing called animation saves here, and you take that raw animation file and take it into here. Now once it's there, you're going to click these three dots, you're going to click load, and then you're going to click the animation that you just put in there. So if this is the third M1 I just put, it's here. As you can see, you play the animation and it runs. Now here's the most important part. Every single animation in this has an animation event. This little line / marker / whatever you want to call it, it's called an animation event, right? And what this basically does is, if you run your animation, the script itself essentially reads into the animation, reaches this event, and triggers something. So basically the entire combat essentially runs on animation events. This is basically where you want the hitbox to spawn in very short terms. So as you can see, if the animation starts, the hitbox won't spawn. It won't spawn all the way till it reaches right here. Now when the animation reaches here, the hitbox will then spawn. This is very important because if you don't have this, then the hitbox will just never spawn. So the cool thing about this is that you can drag the spawning of the hitbox anywhere you want. So this animation event, if I put it over here, the hitbox will spawn once the animation reaches this part. If I put it at the start, the hitbox will spawn wherever it just is. So again, this is also really good too if you want to upload your own animations to this combat system. That could work too. All you have to do is ensure that you add an animation event and name the event hit. Now how do you add an animation event? You simply just click this marker right here. You click this marker here. It's going to tell you to set the name of the animation event. For this case, for this combat, you want to set the animation event name to hit, exactly with a capital HIT. So if you set this like this, it will work. So I'm going to click save, and as you can see, I have a new animation event called hit. You don't ever want to have two animation events named the same thing. This is a no-no. So because I have this one, I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. So as you can see, I have an animation event created brand new, and I set the events wherever I want it to be. So the next step is to essentially export this animation. So you click on these three dots again, and then you hit publish to Roblox. You edit the title. You want to change the animation name to whatever you have on this side, whatever I said here. Just change it to these so you know what you're looking at. These are essentially your normal combos. So if you're down on the ground, this is your M1, your M2, M3, M4, M5. That's what these are. these are your aerial combos. So if you're in the air, you're M1 in the air, you're M1-2, you're, you know what I'm saying? Then these are the hit reactions, right? Anything that says HR is a hit reaction. These are your aerial M2s, your block broken, all that stuff like that. You can ignore the equip, it's not necessary. You can, some of these you can ignore, but the main thing that you want to have the M1 and the combat done. So this is the part. So when I go to export my animation, I click on these 3 dots, then I click on publish animation, and then I'm gonna name this. I'm gonna name this M1, and I'm gonna name this 3 because this is the 3rd combo of the M1. So I just name it whatever I want to. You can even call it combat. Call it combat M1 3rd combo. This is just so you can identify it. Then you want to here's the part I was telling you about. So if you're exporting your animation, you want to ensure that you exported this animation to the proper area. So wherever your world is under, if this world is under me, I export it to me. If this world is under my group, right, which is like Project Smooth Studios, that's a group I have, I export it to the group. These are 2 different things, and you want to make sure that the animation place you're exporting to is the correct place. So in my case, I'm exporting it to the group, so I'm going to export it here. So again, I take this and I hit save. Then I copy the ID, which is the animation ID that you need. So now your animation is basically successfully like uploaded, and you can take the ID. You take the ID and then you go ahead and just replace it with the 3rd M1. And you can put the ID here. And there you have it. That's done. You have the proper ID in there, and now if you play the game and you run to the 3rd M1, you will see that your animations do show. So if I run here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can see. But yeah, so this is it. You do that for all the animations and you should be fine. Yeah, anyways, stay tuned for upcoming products. This combat system is going to be on the sites. All links will be in the description. You can join my Discord to ask me any further questions if you have them, and you can even request things in that Discord as well. As for future products, I'm currently thinking about, well, not thinking about, I am working on it, but I'm working on making a combat system, right, which is like a universal one where you can use for multiple weapons and, you know, multiple things. It's basically a combat framework, right? And it will be a basic one though, because I don't want to dive too deep into like making it super complex where people can't really use it. But yeah, it will be a framework where you can use for multiple different types of combats, and yeah, that should be interesting. It will also run on animation events, so you can basically put your own animations in there and turn it into whatever type of combat you want to turn it into. And yeah, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be on the channel. I can't really say when, but like, yeah, it's coming soon. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching.